Alright, we're running behind schedule as usual, so I'll try to make this as quick as possible. Try to run through this. I think, but just one thing before I move on to the presentation, I think it's very easy for us to overlook the importance of the state presentations because it's been a long day, you know, we go through a lot until at the end and then we all sit down and we have a But I think it's very important that the AGM allows the states to, well, of course it's for accountability issues, but also to see the different activities that are run and different composition of the states. And this, in turn, allows you an opportunity to see how Masca interacts with the Masca states and how the states interact with one another. So I think it's really great that the states have put in that effort with all the pictures, and so thank you to all the states. And if you missed anything, do not fear because most of the activities are in our magazine. So able to have a look at that if you want further reference. Alright, so the scope of the AGM. I'm going to talk about the summits that were run by Masca National for our term. And then we'll move on to Shazwan to speak a bit about the pre-departure briefings and the Testimonial Australia and NCG debate. Tash will then speak about Masca Zine and the Masca website, which we revamped this year, and Donnie will go through our financial report. So that's the scope of our presentation. So January Summit was basically a formalization of meetings that new elected members of Masca state and national representatives have in Malaysia during the summer break. So in the past, a lot of the council members have met up unofficially to, you know, introduce themselves and say, hey, this is what we're doing, hey, that person's doing that, hey, yeah, say a lot of heys. But generally, we got together this year with the new council and formalized these meetings into the General Summit. So it's the first out of 3 meetings for the term, 2011-2012, and as most of us go back to Malaysia in the summer break, we had the summit in Malaysia. Initially, we were supposed to collaborate with UEM, the student body, the representative body at UITM, UITM. Unfortunately, the collaboration fell through because the Deputy Vice Chancellor, changed his mind, so to speak, about having student-run activities during the examination period. So we had the benefit of EM's help with connecting us to ACEP, which we had the connection with last year in the summit that they ran in Melbourne. So we got into contact with ACEP, and they were very kind to allow us to use their facilities in Lebong and Stek in Sepang. So we managed to, with very little time, to set up the summit, at Lebong and Stek. And I forgot to put in photos, but I'm gonna go to this now to show you the photo of the summit. So that's us, basically, yay, in Lebong and Stek. And thank you so much for everyone for accommodating to the last minute changes. It was a very successful meeting, very successful summit. So basically, we had introductions, and we had state presentations at the summit as well, and it was very beneficial in terms of moving Masca towards more cohesion and unity, and as an implementation of the 5+7 structure. And our council highly advises the continuance of this summit to the next council. Alright, the next summit that we had was in conjunction with EM's Khusus Kepimpinan about a couple of months ago. It was run by EM, but Masca had an internal summit on the 4th of May 2012. We discussed the website and the magazine. NCG had a presentation. We discussed other issues like the 5+7 structure, graduan, collaboration, the MOU. We clarified the status of the MOU, which is the Memorandum of Understanding, and we spoke about national collaboration, where Ashley brought up the nationalization of Australia, ASEAN-Australia Youth Agenda. It was very interesting to have this summit in conjunction with EM, as other student bodies were invited. BPMS were participating, Club UMNO and Masca were student bodies that were present at the summit. And in that sense, other student bodies, other national student bodies had the opportunity we had an opportunity to expose Masca initiatives to them, not just to affiliates and members of Masca. And at the Autumn Summit, we successfully launched Masca Ideas and the Australian ASEAN Youth Agenda on a national level. And it further solidified our integration in terms of the 5+7 model. So now I'll pass it over to Shazwan to speak about the portfolio that we
Thank you, Gillian. As stated above, when we were back in Malaysia for 3 months for our summer break, we went to 3 pre-departures program, which was the IDG pre-departure program in Sri Pacific. We went to Taylor's College as well, and also to the JPA pre-departure program in Putrajaya. So the main aim of the pre-departure program was actually to equip future students who will be coming to Australia on the role of EM, on how EM can help students, on how EM assists students over here in Australia, as well as providing students with a platform on how Masca can assist them in nurturing their talents in leadership ability. Not only that, we also had, I think most of the states actually came down to all these pre-departures, except for WA, which most of them were actually back there in Western Australia, so they couldn't make it. Most of them went and met the students and also assisted them in terms of getting temporary accommodations for the students who don't even know anyone yet over here, and also helping them in terms of getting to know what kind of bank they need to open up over here, small things that really is beneficial to them when they are here. This small information. And I can say that it was a successful pre-departure program for us. Not a program, I call it a tour, because we went to 3 different places. So we even got a feedback from Che Howard, the JPA advisor who was helping us throughout the pre-departure for JPA. She said that she did not know that we could provide this avenue for students as Masca Rep. So she is really interested to having us again for next year's pre-departure. So I hope the next National Council will take this initiative to go and approach JPA and even Mara as well, and Petronas, because we actually missed out on the Petronas and Mara pre-departure because some of us were quite busy at that time. And as well as Taylor's, we actually have been to Taylor's last year as well, and they would like to have us again next year. So I would really appreciate if the next council will take this initiative to introduce the National Council as well as other Masca states to future students, so that they'll be well aware of what Masca is all about as well as what EM is all about. Alright? Then moving on. Okay, Testimonial Australia. I do need to apologize about Testimonial Australia because I overlooked the Testimonial Australia and I was pretty late in preparing the proposals, and it was such a short time which didn't allow me to make a careful selection as well as thinking about how to approach this. So I would really suggest I would ensure that the next National Council will take the initiative to take testimonials seriously, not like what I did. and I'll stress on the importance of having this testimonial every year. So for this year, unfortunately, we will not have a testimonial award. Okay, and I'm so sorry about that. It's totally my mistake. Okay, and for the NCG debate this year, it has started. For most of you has been here since 9 a.m. You guys would know what's been going on. I've been coordinating the NCG debate with the Bond University President Shafiq, but he's not here. And also Midi is from Victoria. Both of them have been helping me throughout 4 months in preparing for this debate, and I can say that we have made a remarkable progress from last year. We only had 4 states competing last year, and this year we have had 6 states participating, and I can say that it's quite a turnout. And we also tried to create awareness this year, something different from last year, where we are having Australians over here to be the judges for the debates. So this creates awareness on what we students over here have been doing to the Australian public. So I think that's all on my part. You guys have any questions? No? Yeah.
Just about testimonial.
Okay.
So the sort of there's no person to do it. It's supposed to be the National Career and Education Officer. So now, it's sort of like the idea was such that the state education officers would be doing it instead of just you. What actually happened to that?
I think I didn't have the time to really talk to them on how to delegate the job properly to them. And I had the documents from Marwan and all, but I really overlooked it, and I thought that it could be implemented in such a short time. But when I went through all the documents that Marwan gave me, I knew that it actually took like a solid 5 months, I think, for really to make the proper selection. And I really wanted to make it prestigious as possible. I've been talking to Haji about having books as prizes and all, but I think I really overlooked it, and I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that the next council gets all the necessary documents and make the necessary preparations for next year.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Alright, any more questions? No.
Just what happened to MACC and all that stuff? Was there any follow-up? Malaysian Australia Alumni Council.
The next committee carry on, and this year kami menang to win from any state during the nation night or any event pass to
Did we do anything as part of NCG?
Alright, so now I would like to pass it out to Tasha.
Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Hello, my name is Tash. I'm the IT Marketing Director for Masca National. So before I started with Masca Zine and also Masca website, I think I better go to Masca website first, then only I go through the Masca Zine. Alright, so yes, I think most probably a lot of you guys have seen Masca website before. So this is the revamped website that we have done. This is only the, what do you call that, the layout, but the content we have not yet to be put in. So we're going to put in as soon as possible. So this is just the layout that been given to us. So this is the new website of the Masca National. So as you can see, above here we have all the, what do you call that, buttons for that we have discussed, and for pin here, you can see all the states button, okay, all the states. When you click to here, all the pictures are going to change to whatever events that you guys have done. Then that means all the IT director from each state have to actually submit their events to the website in order for them to actually link their websites to our website. So underneath here we have the Facebook link, Twitter, and contact us. So that's pretty much about the website. Any questions? of the website.
When is it going to be complete the content?
It's going to be fully in content. I think probably going to take around 1 or 2 weeks because we need the link to all the website of all the Masca websites from all over the states in order for us to link it because we are using Joomla as the CSR. Then once we got all the password to their CSR, that means their content management system, then only we can put it in, then only we can link in the coding system and everything in order for us to link it with the Masca national website. Okay? So, next. Yes.
Is there any allocation for this?
Okay.
Budget for this?
What do you mean by the education?
And is it for free? Are you using it for free for the web hosting?
For us?
Yes, for you.
Okay, the thing is, we are using Joomla. I think for the past council, we have 10 years license for the website. So this one we are using for free. But then the person who did this, who actually like design it, we have to pay them because we're using a professional, what do you call that, designer to make our website from Malaysia. There is only one-off payment to the designer. Okay, so
How much is the payment?
the payment is, I think, will be presented by one Daniel. Okay.
Sorry, just not, I don't mean to be pedantic, but was that necessary? Couldn't you get a student just to design it for you? Couldn't you get a student to design it for you?
No, you just because Joomla is very difficult to use. Because you guys have been using Joomla as a CSR, so that's why I can't find any students who can actually, use the Joomla coding system. That's why we have to hire at least one professional people to do the Joomla coding system. Once it is done, then they will give guidelines to us in order for us to actually sustain it for the rest of our life. Okay? So, let's go to Masca. Masca was actually initiated by nationals this year when we implementing the 5+7 model, where actually we want to integrate all the states' activities into one article, into one publication. So initially we want to do 1,000 copies, and we did get 1,000 copies of Masca, which includes 52 pages of your activities all around the states. So the cost of the magazine is RM7 ringgit per copy because I printed out the magazine in Malaysia and we send it through Masca from Malaysia to Brisbane, and I will pick it up, I think probably around this Monday, in order for us to distribute it to you guys during closing ceremony. So the problems that we have with the magazine is that we did an agreement with NCG committee, that is any sponsors that give NCG, any sponsor that sponsored NCG, 10% out of the sponsorship will be given to us, and we will put the advertisement of the sponsors inside the magazine. Okay, so from there, half of the cost is being
10% masuk sponsor SG pergi kat dia.
ditanggung oleh sponsors, and half of it ditanggung oleh Masca National. So the problems that we have with the sponsors, because this is our first time actually doing magazine, and the problem that we have with our sponsors, because our sponsors need the specific dimension, and we actually don't have any expertise on that, so it takes time. And other than that, I think probably the problems that we have is actually agreement with the NCG committee itself. So probably in the next round of NCG and Masca, we could have a proper documentation in order for us to, to get a good relationship with the NCG. So we will launch the magazine on nationwide. So the copies will be put actually on the table or inside the goodies bag. So this is just a sneak preview of the magazine. So this is the first issue of Masca. So this actually haven't been seen by anyone except for the National Council and also the people here. So you guys are, the first one to view the Masca. So we put it in such in each stage we put it by, we divide it into states. So this one for NSW, New South Wales, this one for Mas, and this one is for Masca Queensland, ACT, Victoria. This one is a lifestyle article, fashion and style, lifestyle, Leisure Festival, WA, South Australia, Leisure Festival again, Masca Tasmania, Masca Ideas, and last but not least, the academic segment. So this last page of Masca. So, any question?
Was this designed by a professional designer as well?
It's actually been designed by our students. Yes.
Permanent fixture to your portfolio.
Yes.
As the IT and marketing, the national IT and marketing director.
Yes.
It's going to be stuck there for the following years. Okay.
The thing is, the main idea is that when we propose to do the magazine, it's going to be an annual publication.
Right.
But we hope that whoever taking care of my position next could do the publication more than once a year. Probably it can done twice a year, and it could continue from there. Because what happened is that in Sydney itself, they have the Indonesian community. They have their own magazine. PPIA, yes, they have their own magazine and they have their own community who actually produce the magazine every month for free for their citizens. So if this is good publication, then we can do a continuously publication throughout the year. Yeah.
Whether the magazine is online would be.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The magazine will put. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify the listed bought 1,000 physical copies for a national magazine. Basically, this idea started as it's supposed to be an e-magazine so that it will save cost one and be able to disseminate it more easily through social media, websites, etc. So the idea of the physical copies was merely as a launching mechanism to go, oh look, we can actually flip the pages, this is real, you can see it. So that's the idea of having the 1,000 copies, which did cost some money. And the postmortem kind of is that because it's a newly run initiative, there is a lot to be fixed. Like, we have spent a lot of money on this, and the financial reports will show that it was great to have collaboration with NCG sponsors. We could not have done it without them. But earlier collaboration and seeking out funds at an earlier stage is much more beneficial. But that physical copies aside, it's going to cost us $228 Australian to transform this into an e-magazine, and that link will be available on our website. When you click on the link, it's going to pop up as a magazine. I don't know if we have time to show, maybe we don't, but it will pop up and then you can kind of flip it like an iPad sort of thing. So it
will be available in your Android and your iPhone and your iPad.
So basically, the idea is that the link will be shared across, by
not only in Australia, but it can be shared all over the world. So
basically
Right. So that's all for me.
Sorry, does the 7,000, right? Does that include your transportation cost to bring it?
No, the transportation call will be
Oh,
presented by
okay, okay.
Alright.